Hello and welcome back to my channel, Men with Mare. All right, you all, I'm going to keep on doing this series called Sacred Rage. I'm going to do little bits so that I can do it every day and not put the pressure on myself to cram it all into a video. Because I think that that's what's been going on with me is that there's so much to say that I get overwhelmed and then I just don't end up doing it. So I'm going to do it like that. But first, before I begin, I want to thank my members. Truly, thank you. Thank you. You are getting me through hard times, especially financially. I have to say, I feel incredibly grateful that I have you, especially, the top tier members that pay $9.99 a month. I mean, it's major and I'm honored and thank you so much. A lot of the videos, since they are copyrighted, I don't make money off of. My whole point of starting this channel wasn't to make money, but I've just been honored with how it has really come in handy. I wanted to say in ways that you'll never know, but you might know. An amazing feedback about sacred rage and a lot of people that have not looked at anger in this way. And so I'm like, okay, good. I'm not the only one that is new to this. When I talked to my mom, she said that she understood it as righteous anger. So if you viewed my shorts, you will know that I utilized an exercise for sacred rage on this past Saturday, which was an eclipse. The divorce and everything that was going on in my life, that's really what pushed me into being a little bit more in tune or curious about the moon and its effect on our bodies. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, this stuff might really be real. So on this past eclipse, a lot of stuff was supposed to come to the surface, a lot of truth. And I experienced this and it sent me into this rage. I couldn't even see straight. I didn't even know how I was going to be able to sleep at night. But I saw someone's Instagram video of them writing all the things they wanted to say to someone on their pumpkin and then taking a baseball bat to it. I don't own a baseball bat, but I do own an axe. And so you will see that I took my time. And as I was writing it, I was really angry at the top and I kept writing and writing. And then before I even smashed the pumpkin, I started to feel this relief. And I remember writing like, I release you and I release any energy that I'm holding on that belongs to you. I'm sending it to you with love and I call back any energy that's mine that you have with love. I call it back to myself. And really smashing a pumpkin, I don't know, it got all of that angsty rage out of me and I was able to go to bed right after. I mean, it's just bizarre how like if you honor it and you don't stuff it, it's really important. I want to read a couple comments from my subscribers that I thought were just brilliant. Okay, my subscriber AG8844 said, anger is a very important emotion that often gets left in the dust because frankly, nobody enjoys feeling it. It feels unnecessary, like, oh, things didn't go my way and now I'm angry. It seems like an extra emotion as punishment for things not going your way initially. You're disappointed, things didn't go your way, and disappointment is quiet, it's convenient. You can tuck it away and pretend it was never there. A lot of people find it easy to live through constant disappointment. Anger is harder to live through, harder to express. It feels so animalistic, so naturally we think we're too good for it and choose to focus on disappointment. But what anger brings to disappointment is an energy and a call for action. This thing didn't go my way. Why? Is it my fault? Okay, how am I going to fix this? Without anger, you wouldn't get to the stage of fixing things. I remember this old quote I read one time that said, depression is just anger without the enthusiasm. And frankly, it rings true to me. Hold on to anger with the skin of your teeth, babe. That's part of your flame and you will need it one day. So much there. When I was in grad school, people also would talk about how depression was actually just anger turned inwards. And I never understood it until recently that it's like, oh, so it's like depression without enthusiasm, like to actually do something or fix something. But depression feels so weighted down, but anger turned inwards. It's because you're not listening to it. You're not acting because you're actually ignoring such a big valid part of yourself. Now, if you have ever dealt with clinical depression, I don't want you to feel like this is a judgment on you, that like you're not expressing your anger, so that's why you're depressed. There's a lot of things going into it. There is something to acknowledge here, that like when you feel helpless, hopeless, when things are not right, when you feel like there's nothing that you can do, it is sometimes hard to get the motivation to get that anger out. But there are such simple ways that you can do it. And I had one person tell me, like, just go in your car and scream, the guttural screams. And it's all channeling it in a way that isn't harming other people. It's for the videos that I did with the pumpkin. I had Mad Woman playing. I like where she's talking about in the song, I'm taking my time because you took everything from me. So sometimes sacred rage or righteous anger is something that pushes you into action, and it might not be immediately, it might not be impulsive, it might not be explosive rage in the way that you always thought it was, because that's what I thought. I always thought that people that flew off the handle, they don't know how to regulate their emotions. I think that there was also sometimes like a harsh judgment of people that expressed anger. They weren't evolved enough. A lot of times I've seen anger done in a destructive way, something that was like scary to witness or to be around, or, you know, violence in general. And so as long as it's channeled in a way that doesn't hurt other people, I think that it's so valid. I had one user, AxeLivin2518, talking about when Lana screams in The Dealer, I don't want to live. It's actually anger. Lana said that she was so mad, so angry, and the song was a relief. Yes. I've actually now screamed that in the car, and it's made me feel so much better about everything, to like not only know that somebody else feels this way, but to release it out of my body. Someone also quoted Halsey saying, I'm tired and angry, but somebody should be. I really want to react to that song because
I feel it.
And then JM531B2 said, as a creative, I love this quote from the indie singer Carlene. Actually, you might want to do a video on some of her music. She's gorgeously fierce. And this is the quote. As a musician, you quickly learn not to waste any emotion. If you're feeling lost and heartbroken, if your fury is fire in your veins, then get to the piano and write something, because those moments are gold. It says, I really find sacred anger as a tremendous fuel to me to keep me trying to right the world's wrongs. I mean, that's what this book came from, is like that. I felt truly, my sentiment always was this pain will not be in vain. Even the other day, after smashing the pumpkin, the next day, I was writing and getting it out. So it's a tool. It's pushing you. It's telling you something. And I want to read what I wrote about my anger, but I cannot find it because I have tons of different journals here and papers, just writing everywhere that it's hard to keep track of. Right, so I have to go, but I wanted to do this one, and I'm going to be doing another one soon. Give me some feedback on the different ways that you constructively channel your anger. So I did the pumpkin. What works for you? I think that we can help each other with this if we share what we can do. Also, last time I mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. Think about your anger as a separate entity. What would it want to say to you? What would it want you to know? All right. My anger, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to read from it, I'm going to find it. But I think at one point it said, I love you. I'm going to protect you. Please. All those times, don't push me away. Don't stuff me down. Please don't. I will help you. I promise. And it definitely did. This wouldn't have happened without it. All right. I love you all. Take care.